In this video, I'm going to show you why it's important that you pay attention to how you are loading and displaying your images, whether it's in Matplotlib or OpenCV. Now, both are valid ways of loading and displaying images, but sometimes you might get images, if you're not careful, that are correct or incorrect. The first thing that I want to do is import the same image and display it in OpenCV and Matplotlib. So first let's import OpenCV. Let's import Matplotlib. And let's read in the exact same image. So with OpenCV, I'll have my CV2 image. This is cv2.imread. Oops. And it takes a file name. I'm going to be using this Brickley file name. So brickley.jpg, and this is in the GitHub repository. And then for Matplotlib, let's import the Matplotlib, so plt.imread. And we're going to read in the same image. And let's just look what they are. Let's print the type of this. So print type of imcv2, and then we'll print the type of immat. If I run this, I've loaded in both my images and they're both the same. So they're both matrices, they're both NumPy arrays, and for all intents and purposes, whether I import it with OpenCV or import it with Matplotlib, they're the same. Now let's display them with their respective package. So I'm going to have cv2.imshow, and for this I need to give it a window name. The window name Brickley will be what I need for my screen capture to pick it up, and then I'm going to show this imcv2. For Matplotlib, I'll do plt.imshow, and then this only needs the image mat, and then I need to show them in this way, plt.show and cv2.wait key 0, and this is just in order so they both pop up at the same time. So let's run this, and we'll see both the images of Brickley. This is my dog as a puppy, and they're exactly the same. The Matplotlib has some of this this GUI and everything over it, but the images as they're displayed are the same. Let's switch it. Let's take what we imported with OpenCV and display it with, let's display this with PLT, and let's just take what we took with Matplotlib and display it with OpenCV. So let's run it now. And when we run it now, we see we have Brickley looks weird. He's very blue, and all of the, actually you can see it with this Red Sox leash. The red area of this leash has switched with the blue area. And I can show this actually better if I show both images at the same time. And you can see this red area with the leash is supposed to be blue. The blue area is supposed to be red. OpenCV is displaying it correctly right now. So what's actually happening? Well, what's happening is OpenCV imports as BGR. Matplotlib imports as RGB. What that means is OpenCV, the color channel, the order of the color channel is blue, green, red. The order of the color channel in Matplotlib is red, green, blue. That's why these two colors get switched. OpenCV, their imshow function, is expecting the image to be, the colors to be a BGR, while Matplotlib is expecting them to be RGB. So in order to deal with this, we need to make sure that let's deal with OpenCV first. So with OpenCV, I have this Matplotlib image. So I have this image right here, this Matplotlib, And I want to make sure that Brickley is displayed correctly. So I'm going to create a new variable. I'm going to say I am Matt. I'm going to say, and I'll say this is 2BGR. So that's just the name of my image. I'm going to use the OpenCV convert color function. So CV2 dot convert color, and I'm going to take my original image, Matt, and I'm going to convert it. So CV2 dot color underscore RGB to BGR. So this is taking my original image that I imported. It's converting it from RGB to BGR. And now if I display this with OpenCV, OpenCV displays my image correctly. I can do the same thing with the Matplotlib. I can say, okay, my image, which is CV2 RGB, this is CV2.convert color. I am of CV2, and then CV2.color, we go BGR to RGB. And then make sure I display the right image in Matplotlib, and I'll have Brickley as the right color. You might be asking, why is this useful? Why don't I just use OpenCV? Why don't I just use Matplotlib? And a lot of times, yeah, I usually use OpenCV. But sometimes if I want to display subplots, I find it easier to use Matplotlib. I find it very easy to make a subplot. So what I need to do, I can do something like this. So I have plt.subplots, let's say 1 row, 2 columns. And then in this case, I'll do axis of 0 is an I am show. I can run this, and very easily I can do subplots, and I can show the other way too. So axis 1 dot I am show, and let's just do this. So now I'll have both Brickleys in the same. So hopefully now you can understand it doesn't matter if I import or display with OpenCV or Matplotlib. I just need to know what I'm importing it as so I can display it correctly. And maybe that's with OpenCV, maybe that's with Matplotlib, maybe that's with subplots in Matplotlib. It's up to you. You have options, and you have options for your next computer vision program.